the siblings will grow with those feelings. When an addict begins to go to rehab, there'll be a lot of negative feelings in the homestead. Financially, the other children may look at the situation and think this is a waste of money. This money would have gone towards my university or my trip abroad or whatever. So again, a lot of resentment is created. A lot of resentment is felt towards the addicted sibling. A lot of it is felt. And then there's favoritism because the parents are occupied. The parent is occupied with thoughts of, is my child going to get better? Is this the right rehab? And there's a lot of fear because every time your phone rings, especially at night, you're shocked. You don't know whether it's the police station calling you to say, come and get your child. You have no idea whether it's a drug dealer threatening you on the phone that they're going to kill your child or kill you if they don't pay. So there's a culture of fear in that homestead. There's a lot of resentment towards the addicted person, and the other children feel totally neglected. They feel as if the parent is giving all the attention to the addict. All the financial resources of the family are pouring into this addicted child. So for the siblings, they really have no time for this other sibling. They feel as if we were raised in the same household. We experienced relatively the same things. We were educated to the same extent. I mean, why aren't I using the drugs and the alcohol? Why are you choosing to use the drugs and the alcohol? So they really start to see it as a choice and just a way to rebel and a way to just get their way. So there's a lot of resentment. Actually, it is easier for a parent and the addicted child to resolve their issues through therapy and abstinence and all of that than it is for the addicted child to resolve the issues with the siblings. It's very, very difficult. Actually, in the experiences I had in rehab, I would see most of the people who would be visited, the siblings would hardly come. It would usually be the parents would come to see the child. And when the siblings did come, they would come with a lot of anger. They would want to shout at this person, and they would want to tell them about how much they've hurt the parents and how much they've wasted the family resources and how embarrassing they are. It is very difficult for the siblings to want to support and want to understand because they feel like we've gone through the same experiences in life. How come I haven't chosen to drink or use alcohol? And so it becomes very, very difficult. The parents also are enablers to some extent. In a family setting, there's always a single parent who's enabling this child, who's always protecting them, who's always paying the policemen off or paying the dealers off or giving the child money, knowing full well they're going to go and use the drugs. They're easily manipulated by the child, and in most cases, it is usually the mother. There's always a child who now takes on the responsibilities of the mother because the mother or the father, whoever is enabling the child, is so preoccupied with this child that there's another sibling, if it's a family of many, who has to take on the responsibilities of this parent. They'll have to be the one to comfort the other siblings, do homework with the other siblings, go for parents' meetings, because this other parent is so occupied with taking this one to rehab or taking them to their AA meetings or picking them up from which club yesterday, and they're exhausted. They're totally exhausted. There's always a child in a family of, let's say, 5 who's very quiet, who becomes a perfectionist, who's seeking the attention of the parents in any which way they can by absolutely being the best and still feeling shunned. So we'll go deeper in time. That's all I have to say for today. If you are a parent struggling with a child who's addicted to drugs or alcohol, I would advise you to seek help. You need somebody to listen to you. You need somebody to advise you. And in the best case scenario, it would be an addiction counselor like myself. If you are a sibling of an addicted person, an addicted brother or a sister, my advice to you is also seek help. Also seek an addiction counselor like myself to speak to. Have understanding. Set boundaries, especially to the parents. You must set boundaries. I recovered because my parent set a boundary. My parent told me, you are now over the age of 30. I have offered you treatment. If you choose to take this treatment seriously and work on yourself very hard to achieve abstinence and change your behaviors and absolutely live a sober life, then I will be open to educate you, to pay for you to go to college. I will be open to pay for your rent, and I will be open to give you upkeep. But I've offered you this treatment and you don't work hard to work on yourself and change, I will revoke all of these privileges. Because you're the age of 30, you're an adult. I will not pay for school, I will not do anything. And it was only at that time when I realized I cannot manipulate this parent anymore. I cannot get what I want from them as easy as it was before. I realized there's a boundary, and a hard boundary. You have to put a hard wall up. And I know it is not easy because you love this individual. You hate their behavior. You hate the way they are when they're an addict. But you love them. This is your child. But you have to set the hard boundary. If my parent did not set this hard boundary, I would not be here today. Because I would know I will come out of rehab. I will pretend to be good for a month in the house. I will relapse, I will cry tears, I will say how I cannot do this is so hard. I will say, instead of me going to steal somewhere or do something illegal, please send me money. The parent will again send me money. It will become the same routine again for another 2 years. Then when I see the parent is getting very angry or is not sending the money the way he used to, I will throw my hands up in the air and I'll beg to go to rehab, and then again repeat. So parent who's watching this, please seek the advice of an addiction counselor. I'm available to you. My email is africanexjunkie@gmail.com. If you're a sibling, you can reach out as well. If you're just somebody who loves an addict and wants to get them help, seek the help of an addiction counselor, because every case is unique, every family is different, and yeah. Thank you for watching my video. God bless you. Comment, like, whatever, share. I would really appreciate. God bless you. There is hope. There is hope. There is hope. If I changed, I believe anybody can change. I was a heroin addict for 15 years. I was a drug addict for 20 years. I started using marijuana at the age of 14. I entered hard drugs at the age of 17, 18. So if I can do it, I believe anybody can. I have been homeless. I have gone through it all. So there is hope that your loved one can change. But it begins with seeking help and taking action. Get the right help from a professional like myself, an addiction counselor, and set boundaries. Thank you and have a good day. God bless.